well as those who go after our judges.
All right, being joined by Attorney Ravi Batra, U.S. political analyst, joining us. Ravi Batra is an American lawyer and political writer. And, Mr. Batra, this is very shocking what has happened. And this is also pointing towards how will public trust in political discourse, in academia, free speech. These are very important, especially in a country like America. And this has really shocked not only America, but the entire world, Mr. Batra.
Thank you very much for covering this, because it's really a very sad day in the United States. I joined fully in President Trump's remarks that you just played. We have to be able to have political discourse and agree to disagree as a family, as a nation, as a world. And to have 1.4 billion Indians be concerned and send their good wishes and condolences to Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica, and their family, frankly, is a gift of humanity. I recall when Shinzo Abe, the former prime minister, was stabbed at a political campaign event some years ago. There really is a change that has taken place. Public safety is job one for every leader of every government. And this is something that we have to handle, but we have to handle it strongly, sternly, but with mercy. The people anyone who did this and everyone involved, as President Trump said, will be brought to justice. But the larger issue is we have to we have to go back to our roots. And America was founded by as all of humanity's hopes were enshrined in America. And we used to be that we will fight to the death for your right to disagree with me. That kind of flexibility of social discourse is what we need to return to, so that we can actually have a civil discourse and agree to disagree, if that's where we end up, or end up agreeing as a result of discussion. So the fact that people get shot, especially those that are politically active, is a greater loss. And Charlie Kirk's dying and his death, frankly, is a burnout of an American star on our flag. And it has nothing to do with him being conservative or liberal or anything in between. Anyone who's engaged in politics wants to do something for their fellow citizens, their fellow neighbors, to make life a little better. And so anyone who is willing to sacrifice their life and family for political discourse needs to be protected by society. So that's why it's a very sad day. Just a few days ago, a beautiful Ukrainian refugee who had migrated to the United States, Irina, was stabbed to death in Charlotte, North Carolina. And that was a very tragic event and a very personal event. For Charlie's death, because he was politically engaged, is a much greater loss to the country, because we must restore civility in our political discourse. We have to be able to disagree civilly, in a human way. Much like two brothers in a family could have an argument, but they're still family. We need to restore family to our nationhood. And that's really my hope and prayer, that we are able to achieve this. And frankly, I must thank you because, the recent trade tensions between the United States and India are really, have given me great sadness. And I really think that, India is a natural and dear friend of the United States, and vice versa. And we're just natural allies. So, the fact that you're covering this restores hope that we will be able to walk down life's path together. Every American and every Indian joined together in happiness or in pain.
Yes, sir, we cannot forget the attempted assassination on Donald Trump. That also really made headlines. That shocked the entire world, how Donald Trump's life was was at danger. Now speaking specifically of that assassination attempt and this assassination of Charlie, which is being called a political assassination. Do you think political assassinations and attempts are creating a vicious cycle of retaliation? That is also extremely concerning. It's almost a vicious spiral.
Well, look, the attempted assassination in Butler, Pennsylvania last year on Donald Trump, the candidate, really could have robbed us of POTUS 47. And 77 million Americans voted to make Donald Trump president again. So it wasn't the attempted killing of the candidate at any time. It is that 77 million Americans wish the champion was being killed. And thank God he wasn't. So, and again, it has nothing to do with political parties one way or the other. I mean, I mourn for JFK to this day. I remember when I learned that he had been shot, the whole world came to a standstill because a loss is that great. So the Donald Trump assassination attempt is of a different order, because that is an attack on the entire United States body politic. Charlie Kirk, on the other hand, was certainly an American star in the political world, but he wasn't running for president. So, but of course, to a family, the loss is the same. Whether you are a security guard in a store or you're the prime minister or president of a country, to the family, the loss is the same. The human life loss is the same. But the larger loss, of course, is different based upon the chair that one occupies. Charlie was only 31 years old. He just had another baby just a year ago. So the loss is real for his survivors. He may be in the lap of in God's lap and be safe, but his surviving family isn't, and so the loss is real. And I just want to really, again, I want to thank you, and I want to thank each of your viewers because whatever condolences 1.4 billion Indians can send to Charlie Kirk's wife Erica, and to stand with us in this moment of sadness, our personal sadness, because obviously our political discourse needs a correction, a reset, that we don't have to have these kind of losses. And it really is a very, very painful and tragic loss. Again, it's not that Charlie was on one side or the other side of the political spectrum. That's an irrelevancy. It's that he was involved for American justice, for American security, for American sovereignty, and he's been taken out. He's been snuffed out. And that's really just a sad moment. It's a sad moment.
Right. Okay. Thank you for joining us, Ravi Batra, U.S. Attorney. This is a very, very sad moment. And like Mr. Batra is saying, there's a need for everyone to come together and hold civil discussions. Thank you so much, Mr. Batra, for joining us here on Republic TV. We have to really move ahead right now. Getting some breaking news coming in. Boeing officials from U.S. to